Okay, this is part two. Ran a little longer than I thought, as usual. I tend to talk too much, I suppose. So, residual income, a little bit touched on that in the first segment. And during the offline domination course, that's going to be one of my key targets because I think it's something that we all need, and it'll prevent, as a business owner, it's really nice to know you have a specific amount of income coming in every month, and you're not just relying on the whims of a small business owner to decide whether you're going to design their site or not. Um, Types of clients, small, medium, and large. Not every locale has really large companies that aren't already taken care of. Now, there's always room to maneuver in there, and as a small business owner, you really can't ignore all of them. You can set up your website a certain way as to alleviate the small clients, if that be your choice. And when I say small, I'm talking the type of company that really doesn't have anything and doesn't get it, but wants a website. They need to be taken care of as well. Uh, my theory on the small businesses is I don't turn them away. I really don't go after them anymore. Um, they'll come after me. Hey, can you do me a website? For the most part, they're 500 bucks and under. Um, they're quickie jobs that take me about 4 hours, 5 hours max, and I set it up that way on purpose, and I put the onus on the small business owner to provide me the information, and it's written into my contract that they provide the information. Um, I've even gone so far as to show them a few templates. I even make them pick out their theme. I don't do any of the work. Pretty much, I'm setting up hosting, which they pay, so I always automatically get 122 bucks right off the top for their hosting for 1 year, and then I ask for 50% down. So I've already been paid, granted not the whole thing, and then the balance upon completion. I set it up as pretty manual, automatic. It just happens. They pick the theme. It takes me minutes to set up their hosting and install a blog. I put in my plugins in. They send me their images. The most I've got to do is, depending upon the theme, work their logo into the header. That's about it. And the rest is content provided to me from them on, possibly like a Word doc or an email, and I just copy and paste. I don't even spell check half the time. If I see something, I'll pick it out. The medium businesses I've had a lot more success with, and these are the businesses that can really, you can get away with charging a lot more. They understand. Um, they all have websites. They understand what needs to be done to take them to the next level. They just don't have either the time or the desire or ability to do it themselves. These, to me, are the most lucrative. They're a lot easier to get than the large. Not as easy as the small. Got to work a little harder at them, but they're out there, and there's a lot more of them than you think. And these are the guys that I've been making my living off of, is the medium. I started off with the small. I've gotten a couple large, but the mediums are more grounded. They understand more. Large, you end up dealing with a board of directors, and it just gets really. It takes, you make big money, but it takes forever. And I'm not a huge fan of going that large. When I say large, I'm talking, a $7,000 to $10,000 website with, every bell and whistle you can possibly imagine. The mediums, the people are more down to earth, and you can explain things to them without having to sit down in front of a board or wait for somebody to pass it on, and then the next board meeting they get back to you and then they ask you a question. It drags on forever. Um, frustration. Frustration comes in when you're dealing mainly with small businesses, the real small businesses, the mom and pops, and it tends to sour you on the niche itself. And I was at this point. You're dealing with these people day in and day out. They don't get it. They don't want to get it. It goes back to, well, I don't see how a website can help me. Uh, okay, next. I really don't want to deal with you at this point. I'll explain it. I'll leave something with them. I'm tired of dealing with people who don't want to help themselves. And you will, if you haven't been doing this at all, you will really quickly get into that mode where it's a constant uphill battle. And I'm tired of doing it myself. Um, I have a sales rep that goes out and she'll deal with the smaller ones if she wants, but I don't even encourage it on her end. And she makes a commission, so obviously the bigger job she gets, the better income she gets. So it's very easy to get frustrated in this niche. You spend a lot of time, but ultimately we're not teachers, we're not educators. Yes, you have to educate the client, but you want to educate a client who wants to be educated, and most of them just don't get it. And that's where some seminars come in, and we'll go into that in the course, on how and different ways to educate the people without cramming it down their throat. And it will hand pick for you the ones that want to help themselves. And that is done through building some excitement and making them aware of what's out there. There are those that will say, wow, that sounds good, but that's not for me. And then there's the ones that'll say, shit, that's what I've been looking for. I need that. And those are the ones that will come crawling to you. Um, and I honestly have never cold called. I've never gone out and begged people for business. I just don't do it. And I've said that 1,000 times, and I'll continue to say it. If you want help, I'm here. If you don't, then please stop wasting my time. And that goes down to the last segment, which is help me help you. And this is where, even in any size, small, medium, large, I can't help a small business unless they tell me what it is that they need. And this can be done and falls in your lap more than you think. Helping helping a small business relies on information. And with a medium and a large company, you have money built in for this. And this is to analyze their business, knowing their business, what it is that they want, their needs, helping them develop their unique selling proposition, which some of the medium and large ones absolutely know right off the bat, and getting all the information of what they want. Now, with that information, you can go back and build up a quote to really get a nice outline of what you can do to help them. But it relies on them giving you information. You can't just wing it and say, I think you need this. I think you need that. To a degree you can, but a very small percentage. You need to get the information from them, and you need to learn what questions to ask to get it, especially if you're outsourcing. You need to really know exactly what it is that they're after. Look, feel, the function of the site, how important it is that their clientele in their location, if it's a retail type or a restaurant, how important it is that their in-store clients get to the website and keep them in contact with each other so that you don't get forgotten. And that all comes from asking the right. Okay, I get interrupted again. So, anyways, ultimately, the three things here: residual income, um, overcoming your frustration, and then helping me helping you. In other words, getting the information from the client so that you can best analyze, which is also very important because you want to be able to provide a solution for them, and that will absolutely help secure an account. And getting accounts is obviously crucial in this business because that's our lifeblood. So asking the right questions and knowing what to ask is going to really set you apart because everybody else in town is just going to be a web designer. And that's okay. You're not competing with web designers. Hopefully you're targeting clients that want more than just a website. You want to give them a website that works. Because we've all seen it. We've all seen some kick-ass websites, but they suck as far as bringing in new clients, generating revenue, or working to generate new clients, working to drive people into a restaurant or a retail location or a service. That's what it's all about. Because if you can prove and show that what you do can make them money, you have just alleviated their biggest obstacle. Okay? You can write your own ticket. If you can come up with something for them that will make them money month after month, year after year, then your cost is irrelevant because that's what it's all about and that's how they live. They need money to live. They will spend money to make money. And that is the biggest obstacle you face because every client is going to ask you, well, what's in it for me? You know, when you just say, I'm going to build your website, you know, whip-de-doo. I'm going to build your website that brings you in new customers. Now that's a different story. And I'll cover that in another video. So that's it, and I will talk to you later. Bye.